Hi guys, welcome to another market news and updates. मैं हूं आपका होस्ट ओमी. वेलकम टू ओमीमेंस यूट्यूब चैनल. मार्केट के अंदर हमने देखा there's a massive FUD coming in right now because the Fed has introduced a lot of different information about tax hikes in March. What do they think about war? So without any waste, let's jump into today's video and find out the details because this is a very important day for us today. First thing first, we have to jump in and figure out we are down. We came down to 39. I had been talking about that 51, 52 have been very critical points for us. Every time we reach these levels, there's a very high chance we're going to have a pullback. We saw that earlier as well. So we're going to jump into our 1 year chart here. एंड उधर से हमें एक आइडिया हो जाएगा लाइक प्रीवियसली हमने यहाँ भी देखा और अब हम लोग यहाँ भी एक सिमिलर पैटर्न देख रहे हैं. Nothing to worry about much क्योंकि accumulation phases में things like these are meant to happen because we are accumulating. We're gonna have some pumps and then we're gonna have some dumps. So in the pump and dump situation, we have to be very careful. That's why I kept saying थोड़ा profits लेते रहें, divided however you feel like it's gonna be good for you. And now we're down to 39. So अगर हम लोग previous data को देखें तो we went to 52 and then after 52 we down to 30. So we're nearly in the similar positions right now. But the good thing is we're still in a very good uptrend. Uptrend यहाँ पर हमारा बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. So nothing to worry about in that sense. Market looks okay, but still we have come down. Could be a very strong, nice correction for us. That's gonna build us for further upside. Crypto bubbles में जाएं तो we can clearly see that the bubbles are right now looking very good. A lot of the things that we can see in the bubbles happening is कि सारे pullback के अंदर हैं. Pullback is pretty natural. It's okay to have them. And we can clearly see कि बहुत सारे coins different तरीके से pullback में हैं. AI is down about 10%, 34 से about $30 now. Anchor protocol is still up even though things aren't looking so good in the market, but that's okay because it's a protocol. It has a lot of money locked into it, a lot of very high TVLs here. अगर Atom में देखें, Atom में we can see it went from 30 to $33. So Atom is also looking alright when it comes to daytime frames. The clear winner we had been looking for days was Luna. Luna came down from 95 to almost $89. Looks alright, about a 3.1% pullback. It went about 66.3% this week, so about 3-4% I think is alright. इसमें इतना परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. Otherwise, if you look at other coins, most of the coins right now in pullbacks or are gonna be taking further pullbacks because market went on a very quick upside that I'd been discussing. AVAX को भी देखिए similar situation in AVAX as well. 88 so now we are up about $81, about a 7.9% pullback. If we look at it in a weekly time frames, about 19%. So that is all right. Market के अंदर इतना up and down तो चलना चाहिए. That's how the markets are gonna be volatile. The main thing, interesting thing for us today was कि information came about what the Fed thinks when it comes to all the tax hikes they're going to be announcing very soon. तो हम लोग clearly देख सकते हैं scenario के अंदर that a lot of problems are coming into the markets because oil has soared to an all-time high almost about from 2008. That oil prices rise brought us a massive recession in 2009. We are on a similar trajectory right now, but obviously I'm praying, hoping, and you should too, that we don't go into a severe recession, which is very likely because of the war and a lot of other things. So हमने देखा bonds stumbled as investors did safe havens, and that was the reason because we knew that the tax hike is gonna come right now. People are also kind of making fun of Jerome Powell, but you know that's part of the game. Whenever you are in powerful positions, you're gonna get a lot of memes and things like that for yourself. So Powell's main reason the market was affected was this statement: cryptocurrencies are a means to evade law enforcement, and that's not something we should tolerate. There's the need to be congressional action on cryptocurrencies. Fed and Congress action contributed to inflation. We think we need to engage in a series of rate increase and let our balance sheet shrink. We will think inflation will peak and begin to abate this year. Inflation persists, we would be prepared to move more aggressively with 50 BPS, that is base points hike at a meeting or meetings. Before Russian invasion, Fed was set to raise interest rates in March with every meeting live. Fed will proceed but will do so carefully in light of Ukraine war. So what we can get from his statement right now is that these guys aren't really happy with the war, but that's also going to give them an opportunity to print more money because that's what they really like to do all the time, and then just blame that on the Congress and other leaders. If we jump into this news from Cointelegraph, we can clearly see analyst says bull will aim for 48. 48 will come or not, that's going to be very, very difficult to tell right now. But we'll aim for 48K now that Bitcoin's accumulation phase has begun. Main information here is that the sideways price action for Bitcoin has been largely influenced by the fact that the top cryptocurrencies entered a volume gap. According to crypto analysts, Twitter says Reg Capital, who posted the following chart. So Reg Capital is very, very famous. We can look in the chart that we have massive volume disappearing here. There's a gap here that we need to fill. So probably we're going to be having some phases of accumulation going in these zones, but we really need to hold these zones well for the accumulation to happen. There's a FOMC meeting on March 16 where the Fed decides if it hikes rates or not. Technically, the rate hike strengthens the USD and therefore weakens BTC in the BTC USD pair. So it will be interesting to see how BTC reacts then if the Fed hikes rates in 2 weeks. Federal Reserves, because they can really manipulate the markets. And as soon as they did do that and the speech finished, we clearly saw that SPY and Nasdaq start shooting up, so about 1.8%, 1.2% here. DGI obviously is gonna pump as well, and we also saw similar sides in our tech stocks. So we can clearly see here the tech stocks are also doing pretty well, and we also have a correlation about 70 to 80 days when it comes to Bitcoin and stocks. So we're beginning to be entering into that phase where the correlation is about to finish. We also saw gold went down, silver went down, but then this made a new all-time high of 114 and 117. These are massive concerns for the market and also global economy. So now we can jump into Gate.io's startup blockchain asset discount offering. We have Loot coming next. So if you do want to join that, go for it. I'm very sure that Loot is going to perform really well. There's about 4 hours to go right now. Have raised a good amount of money. It's going to be reaching its target very soon. And then if we look at Loot's opening here, it's going to be, if you aren't a VIP member, so you can look at here and it's going to be in a few hours, about 7 hours, the charting is going to be starting. So if you can't participate in the VIP, you can try getting in here. And then yesterday we had a UPI, which was like POW tools. So we can clearly see went about 300 to 400% here. Now it's just been sideways and been trading in these regions. So definitely when you are going to get into these startups or even get into it as soon as the chart opens, you're going to see very good upsides, and that's what we're always looking for in the markets. So if you do want to get into startup, all you have to do is just click in the link given in the description below and join Gate.io today. So now we can jump into our charts and see what we can expect today from markets. If we jump into ETH, tested this and look very bearish for ETH sometime, but things are beginning to get all right. We're having a pullback. We can also see that things here aren't looking in a very good price action, but we are facing resistance here. I made sure that I told you guys the other day that 322211 is a very key zone, but we are failing to even maintain right now 3007. This could be just a normal pullback, so we can jump into 4 hours and see whether this is just going to be like a normal pullback or there's a massive dump possible here as well. So for now, things look okay. Price structure looks okay. If you want to draw a small trend line here as well, the trend looks pretty all right. Still in trend, so we can come down to almost about 2800 to these regions if we want to bounce back and then have an upside rally coming further. But overall, it looks all right. My main concern right now is Bitcoin's dominance, and Bitcoin's dominance right now is back into 44%. So I would highly want it to come back to 45%. That would be better. Another 1% increase will make a massive difference in Bitcoin's accumulation. But the main concern right now in the markets is USDT. This bad boy just broke trend, but then still hasn't been coming down. We would ideally want it to come down so we can see a cycle repeating that we saw last June-July period, where we saw it going down, breaking trend, and was in a very strong downtrend. We want something similar happening, and the dominance for others and ETH or probably any other coin increasing, which we have seen in the last few days. That Luna dominance really made a massive difference. So we jump into AVAX and see what is AVAX doing right now and what we can expect from AVAX. It's not a clear head and shoulders right now, but you can take it right now because anything is possible in the markets. So I was trying to look at it whether it is accurately going about or not. I won't say this is about accurate, so I'm going to give it about a 50-50 chance here. We did have a breakout. We did have a nice upside coming. We went all the way to $91, but then we got rejection, and now we're coming back to test our zone that we were having as resistance. Hopefully now making a few rejections and retest here now and breaking out from here. We're probably going to turn this resistance into support soon, so we have to successfully wait for it to build good support here and then probably see some nice green candles incoming. Once we have those green candles incoming, then only we can be certain that this resistance is now turning into support. If we jump into Luna right now, we can see in Luna as well similar pattern. Luna is pretty sideways in these regions trading. All-time high is very close. We did wick almost all the way to $97, almost like 96, 97.29. So almost there. Just a few more, about $5 to $6 left for Luna to break its previous all-time high. Things are looking very good, but I would still keep in mind that there could be a similar correction coming into these zones before having an upside. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we even come down to 78, because it had a massive upside. About 66% in a week is massive. So we just have to be monitoring the market right now and be very careful. Just like I said the other day, keep taking profits, because we can't predict what's going to be coming next. For now, beautiful thing happening in Rune chart is where Rune looks very good because of the integration that we discussed yesterday. So Rune के अंदर बहुत highly high chance है, also kind of making like a peanut flag, bull flag. So it might just break its resistance, and it's going first. I think it has to at least go to at least about 5.94 to come into the zones of breaking the resistance as well. Overall, things are pretty bearish right now in the market, but this could just be a very short pullback before we have an upside. Even if you look into ETFs are all in pullback as well. So a lot of the situations right now in the market after the Fed's meeting have changed drastically. Everybody is kind of like panicking and not really sure what's going to be coming next. So if we jump into my resistance and support band chart, we can clearly see here the market had a very good upside. We're still in play for our head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern to reach 45K. And if the bulls do maintain the next 24 hours in regions like this, there will be a very bullish options expiry for bulls as well. Then we can even expect a weekend के ऊपर कोई massive upside भी अगर market में आए, so we wouldn't be surprised. For now, we just have to hold these areas very carefully, because if we hold that will give bulls a lot of force, as we're going to be having our options expiry tomorrow, because it's Friday, just like every week. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps me motivated and make these videos.